Hello and welcome to this video where we will explore the amazing connection between the first word in the Torah and the crucifixion of Jesus. The Torah is the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, also known as the Law of Moses. The first word in the Torah is bereshit, which means in the beginning. It is the first word of the famous verse, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth," Genesis 1:1. But what does this word have to do with Jesus? Well, if we look at the Hebrew letters that make up this word, we can find some hidden clues that point to Jesus and his death on the cross. Let's take a closer look at each letter. The first letter is bet, which has a numerical value of 2. It also represents a house or a tent, as well as a blessing. In Aramaic, this letter is written as B and pronounced as Beth. The second letter is R, resh, which has a numerical value of 200. It also represents a head or a person, as well as evil or wickedness. In Aramaic, this letter is written as Ur and pronounced as resh. The third letter is A, aleph, which has a numerical value of 1. It also represents God or the Father, as well as strength or power. In Aramaic, this letter is written as and pronounced as aleph. The fourth letter is sh, shin, which has a numerical value of 300. It also represents fire or light, as well as destruction or judgment. In Aramaic, this letter is written as and pronounced as shin. The fifth letter is yod, which has a numerical value of 10. It also represents a hand or a deed, as well as grace or mercy. In Aramaic, this letter is written as y and pronounced as yod. The sixth and final letter is tav, which has a numerical value of 400. It also represents a cross or a mark, as well as truth or covenant. In Aramaic, this letter is written as and pronounced as ta. Now, if we put these letters together, we can see that they form a sentence that reveals the gospel message. The Son of God came in the flesh to die on the cross for our sins. How? Let's see. The bet and the resh form the word bar, which means son in Aramaic, the language that Jesus spoke. The aleph and the shin form the word esh, which means fire or man in Hebrew, depending on the vowel points. This can refer to Jesus as both God and man, who came to bring light to the world and to endure God's wrath for our sins. The yod and the tav form the word yit, which means he will give or he will come in Hebrew, depending on the vowel points. This can refer to Jesus as both the giver of grace and mercy and the one who came to fulfill God's promise and covenant. So, by reading the first word in the Torah from right to left, we can see that it says, bereshit, which means the Son of God came in the flesh. But if we read it from left to right, we can see that it says, tisharav, which means he will be crucified. This is because the tav becomes a cross, the yod becomes a nail, the shin becomes flames, the aleph becomes blood, and the resh becomes a head with a crown of thorns. Isn't that amazing? The first word in the Torah contains both the prophecy and the fulfillment of Jesus' crucifixion, which is the core of the Christian faith. This shows us that God had a plan from the very beginning to save us from our sins through his Son, Jesus Christ. And this is just one example of how Jesus is hidden in the Torah and the Old Testament. There are many more prophecies and types that point to him as the Messiah, such as his birth in Bethlehem, his miracles, his betrayal, his death and resurrection, and his return. The Bible verse of Isaiah, where God declares the end from the beginning, is Isaiah 46:10, which says, "Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, My counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure." King James Version. This verse shows that God is sovereign and omniscient, and that he has a plan for the history and the destiny of his creation. He knows the end from the beginning, and he will accomplish all his will. Nothing can stop or change his purpose. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last. Revelation 1-8. Hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the amazing connection between the first word in the Torah and the crucifixion of Jesus. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos like this one. Thank you again for watching, and God bless you. See you in the next video.